Greetings. Yo, the Black Light. The next couple of videos that I'm producing today will contain a subject matter that most black YouTubers and pro-black are scared to touch on. They don't want to go here. And you can tell that they don't want to offend Mr. Charlie. But we're going to show you the shape of things to come. And you better prepare yourself, because it ain't going to be pretty. Y'all think that this pandemic is scary. But what's coming up is we're going to check where your heart is at. We're going to check your heartbeat. Stay tuned. Now, this video is not for these videos that I'm producing today. Definitely are not for your children. You could, y'all adults could run this on your children after, you see it and you think that it's pertinent, but you better prepare for it, believe it or not.
Talk about global warming. The earth is warming up. Now they have what they call whitening of the earth, where they're putting out clouds, right? They're putting out sulfur clouds to block radiation outward, because they know what's going to happen if this earth get overrun with radiation. They're trying to extend their time. That's why the messenger said they had a time limit, and their time is up. The burning up of the pale fox, we'll go into that. The fall of the devil. If we know there are particular people on this globe that cannot take one sun, what in the hell are they going to do when there's two of them out there? So they are in trouble, my brother, and they know this. So we talk about melanin deficiency. If UV or ultraviolet radiation exceeds what can be blocked by your melanin, then sunburn results. And this is from one sun out there. What's going to happen when it's two? Maybe three, maybe four. Whole nother thing. We talk about melanin deficiency. So we see why they want to spray sulfur clouds to block that radiation outward. Because if you don't have enough melanin, and it says block, but our melanin, as we discussed in the last presentation I did here when we talked about black bodies, our melanin actually absorbs the radiation, not just block it, it absorbs it. And a white body, and these are scientific terms, black body and white body, a white body reflects it. Let's see what the Dogon tribe had to say about the pale fox. When the sun and Sirius aligns, they call this Tabatolo, or the reuniting of the twin placentas. For the children of Yorugu, the pale fox, it will be like Sekhmet, raining down a fiery judgment to the point that she becomes intoxicated with the blood of countless corrupted ones. Now, who could this pale fox be that will have a fiery judgment rain down upon them when you have the reuniting of the twin placentas? This is the reuniting of the twin placentas. This is the fiery judgment that will rain down on the pale fox. And you see what the results are from one sun. So you know what's going to happen when there's more than one.
Area that we discussed at the opening of the show, Mr. Muhammad, that is your prediction in the book, The Message to the Black Man, that the whites and the non-whites inevitably must come to a war. Do you really feel that there must be a war between the races?
If you will not submit to the law of justice, freedom, justice, and equality, and submit to do good. Certainly, this is the time that good confronts us to rule the people, and not evil. Your history teaches us that you have always warred. In Europe, there was once a 100-year war, a 30-year war, and they have continued a war history of your race ever since you had civilization.
But it isn't only the white man, Mr. Muhammad. Every man, white, red, yellow, has always engaged in war just as much as the white man.
History never gives us any knowledge of a war between the brown, yellow, black races before you.
Oh, the Chinese and the Japanese warred for many, many centuries, and certainly the blacks in Africa had their tribal wars, and the Muslims and Christianity had their religious wars. I mean, war has been a part of man ever since.
And in your sphere of ruling the people since 6,000 years, you will mention what happens in the period of 6,000 years. Well, you are the boss there. You started there.
You maintain that the white man, according to this book, has been on this earth only 6,000 years.
Only 6,000
and that the
years.
black man was here many, many years, centuries before.
We don't have no birth record.
But the anthropological facts may differ with you, but this is, of course, according to your religion, right?
It depends on the man who does the analyzation of this past history of our people, bones and rocks and whatnot.
Your statement of inevitable war is so reminiscent of what Red China has been saying, that the yellow race and with the colored race will fight the white race, that it's a little frightening that you would be on the same beam, the same line of reasoning with him. I wish you'd explain that further.
We cannot move ourselves if we are there by God himself. In the beginning we are there, and you are there. In the very beginning, we cannot change nothing, and I'm not asking no one to accept any change that I would try and make, because I'm not trying to make one. Everything that I say concerning the truth, whether it's war, whether it's separation of nation, I have it from Bible, Quran, from Jesus, from all the prophets in the past, from God himself. And I'm not talking myself. I'm talking what God and his prophets say.
Of course, Mr. Muhammad, Jesus, and all the other recognized religious leaders always preached love, not hatred.
Take for an instant, Jesus, he taught love of his Father. We used the name he used there. He taught that we should love the Father. We should love the word, the teachings of God. We should love the man that loves God and loves the teachings of God. This was Moses' teaching to Israel, was to love thy God with all thy heart, soul, might, and strength. But you are not taught to love the enemies, the nations that will not love your God and will not allow you to pass through or not allow you to settle in your own land. You should destroy that nation, or God will destroy them before you. This is Moses. Then God goes so far as to say himself that there was two brothers that he loved one and hated the other. God is the first hater. That Jesus also seconds his Father in these words, that unless you can hate your mother, brother, sister, father, pick up your cross and come follow me, you cannot be my disciple. You have to hate first there. He gives to us the old well-known teachings there in Matthew. I think it's around Matthew or in John 1. Anyway, it's there in his teaching. There comes again some more of Jesus' teaching. He mentions the same of the two brothers. One hated, another loved. To verify his own hatred of the evil people. He did not declare himself as being a lover of all men. He could not be the representative of God if he loved all people, because some people are evil. And a time of judging and meting out sentences to the evil and or the contrary people of God is also on the page of history that these prophets put there for us to read and study. Moses did so, and now comes Jesus, who covers his spear of delivering the message to Israel, a final message, and then denounces Israel as being enemies of God, and that a day of judgment is set for your execution. All of this is given right there of the Bible that is put in the words of Jesus.
Stay tuned for part 2. All you scary guys and gals, go find an excuse to hate this video. You know the Caucasian ain't gonna like it. But y'all see ourselves, we see ourselves being shot down in the street with no justice. There ain't no justice. And y'all keep hoping that it's gonna be justice. But the more you hope, the worse it gets. Look at Trayvon Martin, both of John, and this last brother, Ahmaud. It's gonna keep getting worse and worse until you get some backbone, black man. Protect your woman, your mother, your father, and your children. Black light.